Hey everyone, Q&A number 4. Okay, so let's see. Mama Kitty Hiking asked, I'm so excited for you. I hope you have a great adventure on the CDT. Do you ever accept surprise boxes at your resupply points? So I always love surprise boxes. It's like I've always said, it's when I get to a post office or a hostel that accepts boxes that somebody sent something to me. It's like Christmas because I don't know what's in them, and opening them is just super cool and fun to see, and it's always exciting to get stuff that I don't usually get out there. So yeah, I love surprise boxes, but on the CDT, it's going to be a little trickier because I might go another way than another person might be going. So there's always, it's create your own adventure on the CDT. So, one day I might go left on the trail, one day I might go right on the trail. We never know. So surprise boxes would be great. You just have to message me on Instagram or through the email I have in my About section. So on YouTube here. So yeah, that would be awesome. I'd love the resupply boxes. Any surprise boxes at my resupply points, that would be awesome. But yeah, I do accept those boxes. You just have to message me so we get it sent at the right time, because I don't want to have to wait for days for a box to arrive. So yeah, just message me and we could get that figured out, and you could see me running around like a little kid on Christmas when I get the box and I open it. Because you never know what's inside, so it's like, oh, what do I have today? It's definitely like Christmas. So yeah, there's the answer to that question. Question number 2. The AZT would be a perfect hike for you right after the CDT. The PNT would be a great hike too, but I think that would be the wrong time of the year. That should be a summertime hike. When do you think you'll finish the CDT? And this was asked by Max. So I plan to finish the CDT hopefully September, like the early September, and if I have to mid-September, but I want to get done by early September if I can. All right, question number 3 from James. What do you miss from hiking the Florida Trail the most? Frozen shoes, heat and humidity, mud, or aggressive dogs? By the way, I visit the Appalachia buffet twice a month as I pass through. That was such a great buffet. They were super nice. I loved, the whole atmosphere there. They were just great. Yeah, so what do I miss most from hiking the Florida Trail? I would probably say I miss, let's see. I miss getting into, from a long road walk, getting to a gas station, get a nice cold drink, and just laying down. And I miss seeing all the wildlife, like the hogs. That was just, all the boar were just awesome. The boar and the alligators, it was just really cool to see all the wildlife on the Florida Trail. Yeah, that's what I miss most, is the wildlife, and then the feeling of, getting a nice cold drink after hiking so many miles and just relaxing. But yeah, so I don't miss the aggressive dogs, I don't miss the frozen shoes, and I don't miss the heat and humidity at all. But every trail comes with its differences and challenges, and I really enjoyed the Florida Trail. But would I hike the Florida Trail again? Probably not. I would do sections that I enjoyed on the trail. But yeah, I would not through hike it again. There's just too many roadwalks, and yeah, once they get that figured out, less roadwalks, then maybe I'll through hike it again. But yeah, for now, if I were to go back to the Florida Trail, it would be to hike sections of the trail. Alright, so Ralph asked, what kind of pie are you going to have in Pie Town? Ooh, that's a good question. I've been thinking about this too, but I don't know. I don't even know if I'll know when I get there. I might have to have like a slice of every pie they have. Maybe you guys will have to decide for me because I love every pie there is. Maybe I'll make a challenge. Maybe I'll be the first person to make a challenge on the CDT. Like, you have to eat this many pies in this much time or something like that. Or, yeah, some type of challenge maybe I'll make. We'll see. I don't know. But, yeah, I love all kinds of pie. And, when I get there, it's going to be hard to pick what kind I'm going to have. So maybe you guys will decide. Alright, so Max said, I think your plan is the best. If you hike CDT Sobo, you would start at Glacier Park, which is the best part of the trail, and end up just walking in New Mexico desert. Once you got through Colorado, there wouldn't be much to look forward to other than just finishing. So, I agree. My plan is the best going Nobo. I want to finish in Glacier. That would be awesome. But if I were to go with my friend and flip up, I would be finishing technically wherever I left off hiking northbound. So I would just hike northbound as much as I can. And then when he would start southbound, I'd flip up, start southbound with him, and then finish wherever I left off. But I'm pretty sure I would just continue and redo the section that I, did. So say I'd get like 1,000 miles done, 1,000 something miles done, I'd probably just redo those miles again and do a full southbound. But yeah, I agree. Finishing in Glacier would be awesome, but we'll see. My plans always change, but I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna go northbound. I said in the earlier video, it's gonna take a lot of convincing from my friend to get me to flip so that we could hike at least half of the trail together. Like I said, I might have a trail family by then, so we'll see. Alright, so Melissa asked, would you ever hike the Grand Canyon or Arizona Trail? Of course, yeah, I've always wanted to hike the Arizona Trail. I will definitely get out there one day and through hike it. Yeah, it's a beautiful trail. I've seen lots of pictures, lots of videos, and so many great things about it. But like I said, I need to get the CDT done before I do any of these smaller trails because I got to get my Triple Crown. Yeah, so yeah, I'll definitely do the Arizona Trail one day. Don't know when I will, but I will. I don't know if any of you know that I've hiked the Havasupai, so it's where these beautiful waterfalls down. I'll show you pictures. But yeah, so Havasupai is in the Grand Canyon. It's very expensive to go down. I went in 2018. I paid for a few nights there, and I'm glad I did. It was beautiful. I definitely want to go back, but with COVID right now, the tribe is, not allowing people to go down, which is smart because it's a very small community down there, and you have to go in by helicopter or hike the 10 miles in to get there. Yeah, it was awesome. I definitely want to go back one day. So that's definitely a trip that all of you want to do someday in your life because the views was just breathtaking. The water was crystal, like blue, like it's so bright. It was just gorgeous down there. So yeah, I will definitely hike the Arizona Trail, Grand Canyon, all that one day. So hopefully you guys enjoy these videos right here of the beautiful trail that I hiked in 2018 before I hiked the PCT. I section hiked in 18. So yeah, I will someday. I will hike the entire Arizona Trail one day. So just stick around on this channel and you'll see that. Yeah. Okay, so Nikki asked, do you see many people long distance hiking with dogs? I don't see many on the videos I watch, but maybe you see more on trail. I personally have never like seen a through hiking dog. I've seen, you know, maybe day hikes. People have taken their dogs on day hikes out there, or a weekend hike, but never through hiking. Yeah, so I've never seen a dog out on trail with a person that was through hiking, but I know many people do. Yeah, so personally, because I know I got another question, Anne asked, have you ever gone backpacking with any of your dogs? I personally would never take my dogs on a through hike because, you know, once you're on the trail, it's not with your dog. Once you're on the trail with your dog, it's not your hike anymore. It's your dog's hike. You have to cater your dog the entire way because, you know, your dog's not going to want to do 20-mile days. You have to make sure they're not overheating. You have to make sure, you know, that they have enough water, they have enough food. You have to carry enough for them and for you. You're worrying about yourself already, but then you have to worry about your dog twice as much. You have to worry about their paws. You have to worry about everything. You have to worry about the dog running into a rattlesnake. You have to worry. It's like, it's your dog's hike. It's not yours anymore. So, you know, some days you'd want to do 20-mile days, but you could only do 5 because your dog's overheating. You have to stay in the shade. It's just a lot more complicated. So I definitely would not take my dogs on a long distance through hike. All my dogs that I have are rescues. So when I take them out on walks, I have to worry about, one of my dogs is not dog friendly, so I have to worry about him. One of my dogs is not people friendly. They've got their issues that they had before I rescued them off the streets. So not dog friendly, not people friendly. And another is Molly and Charlie are little small dachshunds, little wiener dogs. They can't go far. So yeah, and Ruby as well. She like, I would take them all backpacking with me if I, you know, could, but they all have their own little issues that I can't take them out together and out on trails because of their issues. Yeah, I personally would never go on a through hike with my dogs. I would love to because they're my best friends. All of my dogs are my best friends. I love them, and you know, when I'm on trail, it's all I think about. And when I get back home, it's just so great to be back home with my dogs. But yeah, I definitely would not take them on a through hike. It's just too hard on them. It's already hard on yourself, and having to take care of a dog on a through hike is just really tough. So yeah, there's that answer. And have I gone backpacking with my dogs? No. My dogs have all my dogs are rescues that I have. I've found them all on the street. So each and every one of them has its own issues. One of my dogs is not dog friendly. One of my dogs is not people friendly. You know, 2 of the dogs, they could only do like a few miles and they'd be tired. You know, Molly and Charlie are 2 dachshunds, and wiener dogs, they're so tiny. They can't go that far. So I do take all these dogs on, you know, day hikes around my house, but yeah, on long distance trails, it's just, I've always run into people with their dogs loose and coming up to my dog, you know, on a leash that isn't dog friendly. And, you know, it's just, I got to be careful with some of my dogs. So, yeah, there's that answer for you. All right, so Melissa asked, are you nervous at all running into a grizzly bear? And then Max replied, I don't think she is nervous at running into a grizzly bear. She is probably looking forward to it. Okay, so yeah, I'm I'm excited to see grizzly bears out on trail. That's gonna be really cool to see because, you know, you don't see that everywhere. The only time I've seen grizzly bears are in the zoo, and it'll be great to see them out in the wild. But of course, I mean, I'd be nervous if I was really close to one. I want to see one from a distance, but if I see one up close, it'll still be really cool. I'll have my bear spray, and I definitely will partner up with somebody in grizzly country. Yeah, so Max was right. I am excited about, you know, seeing a grizzly bear out there, but also nervous at the same time. It's, you know, you have to be cautious with grizzly bears. It's totally different than a, you know, bear on the PCT, you know. So, yeah, that'll be interesting. I hope to see one. I hope it's a good experience. But like I said, I'll be carrying bear spray with me, and I definitely will want to hike with somebody through grizzly country. So that's why I may flip up with my friend. We'll see. Like I said, my plans change all the time. So Dolores asked, how do you be alert while you're sleeping? Have you ever had a life-threatening experience at night? So when I'm sleeping, I'm sleeping. I'm comfortable out on trail when I'm, you know, like the dark doesn't scare me. I'm not afraid of what's out there. Yeah, so I've never had anything bother me at night. You know, nothing's come and came around my campsite and bothered me. I'm just asleep all night, wake up and keep going. You know, these videos that I see people make along the trail at night where they're like, oh, what's that noise? What's that noise? Oh, you know, looking outside their tent like, oh, there's something out there. It's just, honestly, in my opinion, they're just making those videos like clickbait videos because it's really not like that out there. At least for me, it isn't. When I get to camp, and I fall asleep. It's comfortable, it's nice out there. Nothing's there to bother you. I haven't been bothered in thousands and thousands of miles of hiking. So, you know, when I'm going to sleep, I'm comfortable and I knock out like I would be sleeping on a bed at home, you know? So it's not, for me, when I get to camp, I'm not afraid. It's like home to me. So, I guess you just have to get over that fear of sleeping out in the woods because, yeah, it's just comfortable for me. Okay, so Drew asked, many followers know you as a hiking machine. Can you share your thoughts on 2018 PCT? You left the trail and returned many times, never giving up. You're such an inspiration. Thank you. Yeah, so 2018, I started the Pacific Crest Trail in Campo. I made it to Scissors Crossing, where I ended up finding out that I had a stress fracture. I was doing about 20-mile days, perfectly fine. I felt fine, but my body was just telling me to slow down, and I got injured, so I had to get off. And I was I was 320 pounds when I started the PCT in 2018. Yeah, so I got injured, had to get off, and then I got sick. I had a cold. Things were just being thrown at me when I was hiking the trail in 2018. But I just kept going because through hiking is what I love and what I wanted to do and what I achieved. I've achieved so much since then. It's just amazing. So, I got back on. I continued hiking. I met an amazing trail family. I love them to death. Yeah, it was great hiking with them. They helped me continue. The people out there, pushed me to keep going, and yeah, so I'm glad I had them as support. So yeah, in 2018 I just kept going. Then when I got to Old Station on the PCT in NorCal, the fires just started. And so there was huge fires around Old Station, and I planned to jump and flip and hike down, and just flip and hike down south, but the fires started up in Washington as well. So I just decided to get off with my friend who I was hiking with at the time, Coconut, and we decided to hike the Camino de Santiago. So we flew to Spain and through hiked the Camino. So, yeah, it was great. So, you know, I did a long section hike in 2018, and then I through hiked the Camino in 2018, and then came back and then through hiked the PCT in 2019. So I'm just super glad that I kept going. I never give up with everything I do. I always work my hardest, and I try to get the best, you know, I can at whatever I'm doing. So, yeah, I knew I was going to achieve my goal someday. Just the baby steps I had to take to get there eventually. So thank you, Drew, for following along that long. You know, I could tell that you've been following along since the beginning, because that was a long time ago. Yeah, now I'm, you know, in 2019, I was doing 50 mile days on the PCT. You know, now I'm doing 50, 60 mile days on the trails that I'm doing now. And, you know, I've come a long way, and, you know, everybody starts somewhere. So, yeah, so thanks for sticking along for that long. All right, so those are all the questions I'm going to answer for today. I think I'm going to do just a couple more of these videos. So, if last minute questions, one last time, comment below. Yeah, so I've got all my gear together pretty much. I got some of my resupply boxes put together. I still have to work on that. I'll show you guys that once I have it all situated. So thanks for watching, you guys, and thanks for all the support. Seriously, can't thank you enough. So close. CDT, here I come. Oh, it's getting, you know, counting down the days. I'm seriously counting down the days. All right. Thank you, guys. Bye.